or you gonna handle that goddamn zombie. Them are the only two things that you're gonna do. You're not waiting. If a zombie, and I want y'all to go to the event and look at the picture of those zombie police that I showed. Are you gonna give your paperwork to them? Are you gonna hand out your paperwork to them and say, look, there's been a misconception. Let me show you my Morris paperwork. Are you gonna show that to these damn zombies? You wouldn't waste your damn time. If some of these zombie-looking cops pull your ass over, you're going to step on the gas. But we've been taught to see these zombies as civilized, as representative of civilization, as representative of justice, representative of humanity. Who taught us that? Who had these zombies to come to our school and to leave this impression on our innocent youth minds? That these are the finest, these are New York's finest, these are Chicago's finest. Who taught us that? That these, to look at a zombie as something civil, respectable. But all of their behavior bears witness that they are nothing but blood-hungry beasts. That they are starving to see blood. They are starving to participate in bloodbaths. They're not happy until they beat some black man down to death. This is what their behavior has shown. Our perception says, no, it's something we're doing wrong. You know, we got away from the laws of Yah, and we're the wrong person because we're getting attacked by zombies. The only wrong thing that we have done as a people is we have not realized and awakened to this damn white zombie apocalypse. That's the wrongest thing that we've done. We've been trying to be civilized, and we've been trying to, you know, interact with them in a way that maybe they would understand and see we're not that bad. A zombie is not attacking you because you're that bad. A zombie is attacking you because they that goddamn bad. You trying to show how right you are, how just you are, and how you deserve human rights. You think a zombie gives a goddamn? He doesn't. But the thing about these zombies, and I'm about to go in on this, is they have become intelligent enough where their predatory skills are so developed where they can make it appear like they're other than a zombie to become more superior predators. They've evolved. These are some type of evolved zombies where, you know, you see in the zombie movies, you sometimes see people wearing their uniform and looking how they did before they became zombies. And some people get got because they can't determine whether somebody has turned into a zombie yet or not. And see, that's what the white man is like. He gives this semblance or this stature or this demeanor that, you know, he's really just doing his job and that he cares and he's interested in what's going on, or, you know, but at the essence of what he is, he's nothing but a zombie. He's a predator. Trying to see how quick that he can get to bloodshed. So he's misleading you. The appearance of civilization, of civility. He's misleading you with the appearance of discipline and order. And you believe in that appearance. You believe in that propaganda. But what actually happens is bestiality, animalism, brutism, lack of empathy, lack of compassion, absolute insanity, obscenity. This is what happened. Cop fired for exposing the department policy where officers have sex with prostitutes, then arrest them. How do they represent law and order? In justice and civility and discipline. Explain that. They have the appearance of presenting that to you. And you believe in that. But if you knew right up front that they was a goddamn zombie, that would change your whole perspective. on a white man right away. You would deal with them differently. You wouldn't waste your time trying to beg a zombie for freedom. You wouldn't waste your time trying to beg a zombie for liberation. You wouldn't be trying to gain the respect of a zombie. You know that the more you do that, and I'm about to go into you on this one, the more you have chances of being turned into a damn zombie. And you know the only people that zombies don't eat, and that zombies are not trying to eat, is the Negroes that already been turned into zombies. They're the only ones that don't eat. If the cracker ain't trying to turn you into a zombie, and if other Negro zombies, Black Devil zombies, are not trying to turn you into a zombie, or not offended by you not being a zombie, it's because they already are one. That's a fact. See, the white man needs to feed off of the non-zombies. Those are the ones he can eat. The fresh blood of the innocent that believe in their own innocence. And you telling them that I'm innocent. That's what they want. The innocent to prey on. You thinking that you should be let go because you're innocent, and you just classified yourself as the perfect lunch, as the perfect damn dinner. He pull you over or stop you and say, "Officer, I'm innocent." Great. Blood I can eat. Do you hear me? He preys on your innocence and your weakness and your inability to determine that he is a zombie. If we dealt with these crackers like a zombie, we would deal with them like this black teen that allegedly gunned down unarmed white man while the cracker was begging, "Don't shoot." You don't hear me. Young black boy shoots down the cracker while he's walking his dog. He claims that he was trying to rob the cracker because he was weak and his dog was weak, but he didn't rob and steal anything. He was killing that goddamn zombie. How could you deal with them if you acknowledge them for really what they are, based upon all the mayhem and the brutality that they have created on the world, the catastrophe and chaos? If you dealt with them based on that, we get a solution in 24 hours. But their education system is set up to give you a misconception about who they are, and that's about who they are, and that's the purpose of compulsory education, to alter your perspective, to give you a blind spot about them. Because their worst threat is that you see them for who they are, like on the movie with Roddy Piper and They Live. Once you start seeing who they are, they turn it up. They need you to see them as justice and law and order, and we're trying to do right, and we're doing our best to get in racism, and we're evolving, and we bullshit. They lack empathy and compassion because essentially they are soulless zombies that they will never gain it. What they have mastered is the ability to create the illusion of having empathy and compassion that dupes us every time. Why won't the U.S. let the UN look inside their prisons? Because they know once the UN look in there, they're going to see how much goddamn the zombies are, how they don't give a goddamn about nobody. How they are preying off the destruction and the demise and the mistreatment and the torture of others. That's the type of shit zombies do. All this meat eating in America and the mistreatment of animals and the slaughtering of these animals and just eating all this flesh. Nobody has ever ate more flesh than we do since white imperialism. No more flesh has not been consumed on this planet to the capacity that it is now. All of the white man's technology that could be used to heal cancer and heal people of different diseases, he's spending money on new ways to produce more flesh to consume. He's consuming flesh at a paranormal volume. Back in the day, you might could grow you a few cows or something here and there, a few chickens. This white man is producing more unnaturally, more genetically modified animals than you can imagine, because he's obsessed with flesh consumption, and he has no compassion for organic life whatsoever, that his desire is to consume and prey upon the animals, the beasts of the fields, and prey upon true humanity, true organic existence. That's one of the giveaways of this cracker, the flesh that he's eating. Flesh in every restaurant, more flesh than vegetables. Major restaurants in America should change their name to just flesh consumption. Why? That's some shit a zombie needs to do, eat on some type of flesh. You call cannibalism eating humans. But if you get rid of the illusion of humans and just deal with life, bleeding life, and if the white man could get away with eating humans, he would do it. The whole underground body parts market, of the distribution of body parts, these devils is eating these body parts. They are zombies. They're consumerism, their desire to consume, which eating up over 90% of the resources in the world. Their desire to consume is beyond imaginable. Like a zombie. Wherever they go, they prey on and destroy and consume and suck. Just like a zombie. I'm teaching today. This cracker right here, accused of 26-year-old found guilty of sodomizing and strangling his girlfriend's baby. Jordan Lafayette Prince has convicted brutal sexual assault and murdering of little Ashlyn Lillian Peters. This is a cracker. Only a damn zombie would do some sick shit like that, man. How is he going to give you civil rights and humanity and equality? You want to be equal to this? Look how sick these motherfuckers is, man. It's not just racism. To be a racist, you literally have to have a certain amount of intelligence to be a racist. A racist is a compliment for them. They are just organized by default of being thirsty as zombies. That's the only unifying principle among them, is that they all some thirsty zombies. That's like some zombies attacking a black neighborhood, and they saying, well, look, that's racism. That ain't no damn racism. They're not intelligent enough to be racist. That's why when you show them that it is racist, they say, nah, how is that possible? Blah, blah, blah. They're not even intelligent enough to understand racism. In order to understand racism, you have to have empathy and compassion for humanity on at least the most menial level. Racism would be a step up for them. They don't even care about themselves. What makes them look like they care about themselves is that they have the same agenda to work together as zombies in order to consume and destroy. Inmates forced into brutal gladiator-style combat for San Francisco deputies' sadistic pleasure. They are brutalizing the world out of the sadistic pleasure of being a damn zombie, of wanting to see blood. They want to see blood. You talking about, oh, they just accidentally brutalized the guy. It got out of control. He didn't stop. You know, it was just a corrupt officer. They drive around to see blood spill. It is blood games. You all got it all twisted. We're not suffering from racism. If you go to a lion is not racist. A lion will eat anything that's blood on it, because that's the nature of a lion. The nature of the white man is to cause bloodshed, sadistic pleasure on destruction and killing and murdering and harming. This is the nature of the devil. What would you do if you accepted that this is the fact? How would you approach them then? That's why we have to keep making excuses for them and saying, you know, there are some good white people. When you got to say that, that's like saying, well, there are some good pit bulls. That means we know the nature of a pit bull is dangerous. If they even have to make that statement. Nobody has to say, well, there's some good black people. No one has to say that. We're clear on how good black people are. But when it comes to white people, we have to make arguments for some inkling of goodness in them. That's ridiculous. So that deputy in San Francisco forcing inmates to fight, to shed blood in front of him. They gotta see blood. They gotta see it. That's what they drive around for. Not to serve and protect, but to see how quick they can get to blood. Blood spilling. Your senator says he's not going to apologize. Nebraska State Senator Ernie Chambers, he said he's not going to apologize for saying he's going to shoot cops. Because he realized how much of a fucking zombie they are, and it's either kill or be fucking killed. He realized that. He's not making any excuses for them. Cop sits on pregnant woman's belly and beats her till she miscarriage. Does that just sound like a corrupt police officer to you, or does it sound like the nature of this person is disgusting? It's sick. That don't sound like police corruption. That don't sound like greed and he, just wanted more money, just write more tickets, just institutionalized racism. That's a fucking zombie. That's a sick being. By nature, to sit on a pregnant woman and beat her till she miscarriage. What are we up against? Officer indicted for civil rights violation after paralyzing an innocent grandpa, who was coming here from India to visit. Paralyzed that man. Was that just for corrupt police? Is he just corrupt, or is that just sickness? Is that some zombie shit, beating people to death? That's just careless. But they all understand what they're doing. They understand what each other are doing because they know that they're zombies and they have a desire to see this. They're addicted to this bloodshed and torture and brutality. They are addicted. The white man is addicted to committing brutality. So they let each other off the hook because they understand the addiction. They are the police are an association of those addicted to brutality. That's why they do that. That's why they let them off. And I understand too. I gotta beat the shit out of somebody every now and then too. I understand why you did it. I need to see blood at least once a week. I have to open up some wounds and bust somebody's shit. So I understand that. Now this one cop. Let's talk about this cop. They got a first-hand taste of brutality himself. He was violently arrested. This is another cop. Is that racism? Or is it they becoming so brutal now that they will even feed on their own? If they can't find no black blood to bust open, then they ready to even go on their own. They're addicted to brutality. They got to feed on themselves now. They got to destroy one another. They don't have empathy for themselves. They had temporary unity out of understanding each other's thirst for blood and brutality. But when they run out of those to brutalize, then it even turns in on itself. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, State Trooper David Williams is suing the city of Pittsburgh. It's another cracker. And 4 police officers following his own brutal arrest in September. This cop-on-cop violence was caught on surveillance video. The encounter began at Williams' brother's wedding reception, where a server alleged that the groom got touchy-feely with her and tried to pressure her into drinking alcohol, despite her informing him that she was pregnant. The uncomfortable woman called her boyfriend to come pick her up, and upon arrival, the man confronted the groom about his behavior. A fight broke out between the two men, and when police arrived, the confrontation between the officers and Williams began. The arresting officers claimed that Williams would not move back and became aggressive with the police. Williams was ultimately arrested for allegedly ignoring police orders to stand back and fighting with officers. The trooper and the lawyer are disputing the official story and say that the video proves that Pittsburgh's officers were the ones that were assaulted, throwing him on the ground, punching him in the head, kicking him in the groins. And for that conduct, he was then charged with a criminal offense that he didn't commit any effort to justify these abusive attacks. The video was clearly showing Williams being kicked and assaulted. So, I mean, come on now. This is them beating up. This is another cop. You talking about your justices, your rights? Yeah, I lost connection. I'm gonna go to the phone lines just to see if what the last words y'all heard, because I don't know exactly where it cut off at. I was still talking. 716. You know where it cut off at?
The last thing you said was you was talking about the Pittsburgh situation, about the video. He was kicked in the groin, and
okay.
That's when it went.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Thank you, brother. So now we're showing you how that since these cops are going against even each other, that it's not just the human rights or civil rights, it's not just about racism, it's about an entity that lacks compassion, but he's educated us and programmed us to believe that there is some other paradigm, that there's some type of justice or some institutionalized racism or some organizations and some white people making some mistakes, and, you know, we don't realize that we're up against a beast. We don't realize that. Even ones we looked up to and thought they was worth something comes out and show how much beast they are, how much empathy that they lack. Cop indicted for tasering a teen, leaving him in a coma for asserting his rights during traffic stops. This is a beast. This is his own race. This is a teen. This is somebody that might have looked up to the police, someone he want to be making an impression to. He based on nationalism and race, he want to lead this young white boy in the right direction. So one day he may be a cop or something. They don't give a goddamn. They need to see blood right now. So they tasered their own. They want to see how that taser works. How much sadistic pleasures could they get electrocuting the hell out of somebody? It didn't even matter who it was. This is a white teen that they put in a coma. Timothy Reynolds, for just trying to talk about his constitutional rights. And then we're making constitutional arguments. And the damn white teen couldn't even got tasered to death. Woman had to film herself being raped by a cop so that the police would believe her story. Come on now. What are we dealing with? What are we up against? And some of you are going to ask, why do I keep talking about the police? Because the police is the enforcement of white brutality and bestiality. They keep the bestiality system going. They keep it going. Malcolm X told us that the white man ain't nothing but a two-legged dog, a beast. So now that I think I've made a very clear argument on how much of the white man is a beast that lacks empathy and compassion, how out of control he is, how much a zombie, how much of a predator he is, how much he wants to consume the torture and abuse of others, the blood ritual that is happening within our community, how he's out to take blood, beat the hell out of that young brother over the ID. Talking about he had a fake ID, so he busted him upside of his head. And I want y'all to, when you get a chance, look up the neo-Nazi white pride rally that was held in Manchester City. Look how them crackers look. And then look at the zombie picture that I put up there. I'm going to post the link in the chat. Hold on, let me check. Because I want you to see how the likeness of these neo-Nazis and how they look, all just dead looking. I'm about to post a link where I hope you all are in the chat. I'm about to post that now. Go look at these damn crackers. You tell me we ain't under no white zombie apocalypse. You tell me that I'm making this up. The link has been posted in the chat. Go look at that, man. Look at these damn devils. Cop beat the boy for having no ID, shedded blood on him for not having an ID. Find out the brother he's having a fake ID. Found out he didn't even have a fake ID. And common sense is telling us we need to hold our hands out and show the white man love. Show love to a zombie. Really? Look at how they busted the black boy up. That's what he gets for having no ID? Let me talk about the other element. Let me talk about who the zombies got. The zombies got these coons talking about love the white man. The zombies got Raven Simone. She don't even make any sense. That's how much of a goddamn zombie that she is. She from everywhere in Africa. After saying she's not an African, she's an African American, now she's saying she's from everywhere in Africa. One thing you can tell that a Negro has become a zombie when they don't make no goddamn sense. You don't expect a zombie to make sense. And once the white man get a hold of them, they don't make sense anymore. We're getting shot down in the streets by white people, and we should be reaching our hands out to the white man with love. That's how you know that they're zombies. What they say don't make any sense. A lot of our people have become zombies by the white man, where now, while they talk about they're against racism and against police brutality, and they too love to see violence against blacks. They have a white thirst for black suffering and black pain and black torture. That's why they stand by and watch, and they find their own destruction and their own torture as entertainment. That's why you got World Star Hip Hop. That's why you see black people getting beaten and killed by the police and nobody's doing nothing to help them, and everybody's just standing by watching and just sharing videos about black people getting beat, and nobody's moved towards any empathy or any compassion because they themselves too are feeding off torture and brutality of black people. And we think since it's not the physical consumption like we see them eating bodies in zombie movement, it's a mental consumption of needing a certain amount of black death, black bloodshed, black torture in order to survive. Need a daily consumption. Just like they need vitamin D and vitamin C and vitamin A, they need vitamin brutalize a nigga. So they stand by and watch, and you say, well, why don't y'all do nothing? Why won't black people unify? Because they too are feeding off the disenfranchisement, off the pain and suffering of their own race. They have become zombies. And they need to witness so much violence. That's why the rap music, and they talking about violence and black people killing each other, and the movies is about black people dying, and the movies are about violence and murder. Why? Because we have a mental diet that must feed off of black torture and destruction in America. So they're not just passive or scared, they're feeding along with the white man. The white man has taught them how to eat and feed off their own demise and destruction. Consciousness vultures. They've become consciousness vultures of black torture, pain, and suffering. There's a new sadistic pleasure. That's why when you watch domestic violence and people fighting and beating each other in their own homes and households, people just standing by watching, secretly gaining sadistic pleasure of black destruction and death and pain. The white zombies have turned the black into zombies. Black zombies watch black people getting harmed and hurt, and they don't have nothing to say about it, but we need to love. And if you speak against the zombies, they try to stop you because they don't want you to cut off their feed on black torture and annihilation and pain and suffering. They don't want you to cut it off. So they say, no, don't say anything about that. Don't speak on that. We should love everybody. We should even love us getting our ass whooped. Find a love for that too. Find a love for our suffering. So some of our own family members have become zombies. Television, education, and media, unable to break the programming. They're black zombies in our own family. They will have more delight in their life to see those around them going through suffering and pain of white supremacy than they would seeing them succeed in what they're doing. There's zombies around, black zombies around us. There's feeding off black disenfranchisement. That makes their day. Oh, they closed up so-and-so business that they were trying to do? Oh, wow. They locked up so-and-so? He finally got locked up, huh? Wonderful. So-and-so in the hospital now? I told him. Great. Feeding off black disenfranchisement. They wouldn't go right if they didn't know another black person's day was going down. They finally evicted so-and-so now? Pleasure out of black destruction. He finally went outside of so-and-so's head. She finally stabbed that nigga. Great. We have now adopted the sadistic pleasure of brutality within ourselves. That's why War Star Hip Hop gets 1 million views and people don't even want to share my videos. They don't want to invite nobody to an event, but they can't wait to click on a video to see women pulling out each other's hair and snatching each other's clothes off and acting like zombies. They can't wait to see that. They can't press play fast enough. They be ready to throw their computer out the window because it ain't working fast enough. So I wanted to just spend some time and talk about the zombie apocalypse, the black zombies that are a byproduct of white zombies. And the white zombies love them because they can eat together. They both can feed off black destruction. And then you got the black zombie that kind of is tricky because he comes and acts like he's about to solve the problem, but he's coming to feed off suffering. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, he's coming to eat off suffering. He's not trying to solve the essential problem because to solve the essential problem, he has to show how unempathetic and how much lack of compassion that the white man has. He would have to expose the white man for being a beast that he really is. He can't talk about we shall overcome and just racial disparities. He would have to show the nature of the white man. Science class, they teach us the nature of every animal, of every species. And we pass the class in biology by understanding the nature of different animals. We can't say the lion is a house cat and think we're going to pass. But we somehow should be able to mistake or misconceive the nature of the white man. We somehow got to make him like he's an original black man. Like he's just, he can reach compassion. He's okay. It's just, it's just what we're going through. It's just racism. It's just how the world is. It's just the times we live in. We're just getting over something. No, he's not a house cat. He's a lion that's bent on goddamn destruction. And he's not only is he a lion, he's lying all the time about it. He's a lion and he's a goddamn liar. industrial blind because he tricks his prey to even think, to make them think he's not even a predator. I'm just doing my job, I don't want, I'm just doing my job. Now the prey don't even believe that they're being preyed upon. They believe that they're part of a system that just white supremacy. It's just institutionalized, and we need legislation and lobbyists and all that. It's not that this lion is preying on me right now. It's not that this beast and this zombie is feeding off my destruction. You riding around in an old car, you can't afford a license, your windshield broke, your light broke because you can't afford it. Look who's pulling you over to prey off of your demise and your destruction. To take what little money you had to put in your gas tank. Now he's going to give you a $10,000 ticket to try to break you all the way from nothing to even less than nothing for his own pleasure. And he feels like some type of superhero because he's doing that. So you got the black zombie that plays it off and makes it look like he's helping you. And here it is, he's feeding off your situation. That's like black people that want to hear gossip. They act like they want to know what's going on. Or they just want to know what the situation is, but really they want to hear gossip to feed. What do you do? What's going on? What happened with you? Tell me about that. They're trying to feed off black destruction, black chaos, black disharmony. Well, that's how your so-called civil rights leader is. Every time it's a shooting, he's going down there to feed. That means he's going to be able to eat more, he's going to get more money, better shoes, better clothes. He's going to come coming down there because he care about the condition of black people. He's a zombie. He don't have any empathy because he's already ran out on enough issues where if he had empathy, he could not help but to be mad and to have hatred in his heart against that which continues to prey and annihilate and destroy his people. He can't go down there smiling and holding hands with white people with the evidence that he have of soulless bestiality of the white man. He has enough evidence to convict the white man as being a beast. But he goes down there and smiles and says, we shall overcome, and we're going to work this out through legislation and the government, and we're going to sue them and pass laws. You can't sue out. You can't change a zombie by suing them. You can't win over a zombie by winning a court case. His nature is a zombie. That's what he is. And until we're able to deal with what he is, we will continue to be in the same situation that we have been in. And things will not change. So 20 minutes, let me talk about the solution. Because I showed you the zombies. I showed you how they get black people and turn them into zombies. And half of your damn family is already zombies preying on your destruction. Justifying your downfall based on white supremacy. I told you to go to school. I told you to get a job. I told you that. Now look what's going to happen to you. Your life ain't going nowhere. You ain't shit without the white man. That's a zombie. Some people who accept zombieism of the white man are because they're zombies themselves. They feed off black failure, black destruction. Teachers that only talk about the problems, they don't talk about no solutions. They talk about the hangings and how we hanged, and they put us on the bottom of a boat. They're feeding right there off all the negatives that happen. They're feeding off the torture of the transatlantic slave trade and history. They're opening up history books to feed off of the torture of their own ancestors. Because otherwise, they would have a solution to how we're going to deal with these zombies right now. We can't go back and save black people from the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean through the transatlantic slave trade. We can't go back and get them. We ain't got to feed off that no more. How are we going to deal with these zombies right now? And I'm going to spend the last 20 minutes of this live stream talking about that before I open up the conference call. What's the solution? Well, in every zombie movie, you got to get with those that are non-zombies. I don't care how much you love people that were your family members and, your friends. Once they're a zombie, you got to get your ass away from them because their only goal of a zombie is to turn your ass into one by default. So you got to get away from the zombies. You love them and you care about them, but they're zombies. You got to get with people that are non-zombies and watch each other's back from the zombies. People in the mindset, keep them woke, because it's usually when you fall asleep is when a zombie come and get you. We got to take over some land, some buildings. Notice in the zombie movies, they always taking over an abandoned buildings and boarding them up so they can zombie-proof them. You can't zombie-proof no regular house. If you knew that the white man was going to come kick in your door like a zombie, your house would be more secure. You have all type of boards and contraptions to keep the white man from getting in. See, MOVE knew that the white man was a zombie. The MOVE organization knew that in Philly, that the Philadelphia Police Department, the mayor, Frank Rizzo, they knew that they were zombies. And they knew the black mayor that bombed the houses in Philly, they knew they were zombies. MOVE knew the community, the black people in the community had already been taken over by zombies. So MOVE began to try to build, to protect themselves and fortify themselves from the zombies, the MOVE organization. Go and watch the documentaries. I put them up there on www.kingoverblackmilitia.com. MOVE was preparing to fight the white zombie apocalypse. They boarded up the house, they fortified it, and the zombies was trying to get MOVE so hard because MOVE had fortified themselves from the zombies to such a degree that they had to bomb the whole neighborhood. Because you know what the zombie fears? The zombie fears that, like in the I Am Legend, where you had the zombies seem to be a little bit more intelligent, that get away from them is ultimately going to come up with that serum that's going to start waking up other people from being zombies. And they fear that, and I think MOVE was working on that. They were starting to wake people up and expose these zombies and bring some people out of being zombies, and they feared that. Because the zombie apocalypse will be, we think that, oh, it's going to be genocide and they're going to kill all black people off the earth. No, the zombie apocalypse will be when they turn all black people into total zombies. What they did it to Native Americans, so-called Native Americans. Now what, you got people that are Native Americans walking around talking about they're Mexicans and they're Latinos, and some of them thinking they white. They now have been totally taken over by the zombie. They don't associate with none of their ancient American culture at all. They have totally succumbed to being a zombie. What do you think can happen to black people? We all can become zombies. That's the goal of the education system. The objective of white supremacy. That the majority of us become zombies and they just feed off the rest. Everybody can feed off of the bloodshed and tyranny of those that refuse to become zombies. And everybody can eat off of that. That's deep. So in every movie it shows you that you got to fortify yourself from the zombies. You can't just be walking out around in the streets, you know, having a good time, just having a night on the town, and zombies are on the prowl. Beasts are roaming the earth. Like the Lauryn Hill song, Warren in Town, the beast is loose. You just out having a good time with your family, shopping, not realizing that at any moment, you can become the victim of a zombie attack that you're not prepared for. As soon as that zombie hits you, you talk about, oh, I got rights in my Constitution, and my rights. And the zombie don't give a goddamn. So you got to get with people that are non-zombies, that are fortifying themselves, that have mastered the science of moving in a way to evade zombie attack. You got to get among those that are absolutely clear. But that one person that wants to go back and interface within a world that has been taken over by zombies will get everybody attacked by zombies. You know, that one person in the zombie movement talking about, I need to go back, my family, I need to go back this, I need to go back and deal with them, blah, blah, blah. And you tell them, no, if they're not with us, they're coming with us. 9 times out of 10, they've been taken over by the zombies. And the objective of a zombie is to turn your ass into a zombie. The some of the same people you trying to wake up are hell-bent on your ass going back to sleep. That's a fact. The majority of people you trying to wake up are equally concerned with you going back to sleep. You go talk to them, talk about, the world we trying to create, we trying to save the nation and wake the people up. They talking about, remember we used to have that money and we used to go kick it, and remember you used to have 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? You used to look good and wear them nice clothes, and you had every Jordan that came. You remember that? There you go. Is to make you a zombie. To the same capacity that you're trying to wake them up. We at war. We trying to present a white zombie apocalypse where they turn everybody into zombies. In America, a lot of us are zombies. Black people. Because we're about individualism and greed. Me, 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 me. I want to set up my own thing. I want to do my own thing so I can get all this and get this for me and get this for that. You a thirsty zombie, man. You only care about yourself. A zombie is very individualistic, but they'll work together with others in order to obtain their individual goals. So the zombies work together if they can pull flesh apart to guarantee that all of them are going to eat. But it's about individualism. The opposite of being a zombie is giving up your individual thirst to be concerned about the benefit of the collective. The Wesley Snipes movies show you that Blade was a zombie. See, we all have somehow been turned into zombies, but black supremacists seem to eat a lot of garlic. Contrary to what Dr. Sebi said, Wesley Snipes in the movie Blade had to take garlic injections in order to kill the thirst. So he would be so caught up on his own desire to consume blood that he could save people from being attacked by other zombies. See, some of us, we're not as strong as Wesley Snipes was in that movie. We are more concerned about us getting blood. My own business, get my money, get my this, get my that. I got to get me this. When I get that, then when I don't get that. We more concerned about getting our blood than we are being able to help somebody else. We want the blood money. Wesley Snipes took those garlic injections, killed his own thirst, and was able to save other people from becoming zombies. That's damn near what the black supremacist is trying to get you to do. And Wesley Snipes, once he did that, he was going out slaying them white zombies. That's why they was mad at him, because that movie literally exposed what we really up against. I'm sorry, man. That movie, Blade 1 and 2, I don't know about 3 where he ended up with that white bitch. But I know definitely Blade 1 and 2 exposed what we up against with these white zombies. I'm going to have to do a part 2 on this one. I see that. I'm going to have to do a part to really go in. But Blade definitely showed that. Some of us are so thirsty that we're nothing but zombies, thinking that, how I'm going to eat. Okay? You're not talking about how we going to eat. That's a zombie. And capitalism is the music of individualism. They're able to work together as long as their individual pursuits are taken care of. That's what we don't realize. It's not about compassion and empathy at all. Collectivization and community, that's about when you care about the whole. So many of us we got to admit, some of us have already been turned into zombies. And black supremacy is trying to get you off of the zombie culture, trying to transform you from being a zombie. From somebody thirsty. Because if you living off this white man's blood money, then you are a zombie. If that's your pursuit and your quest, then you are a zombie. That means that the shed of blood is really what backs the American dollar. The shed of blood. We think that it's not backed by gold and silver. They said the white man just print the money. It's not backed by nothing. Yes, it is. It's backed by blood. Every dollar, blood is being shed to keep this system in place. Somebody's being oppressed and murdered and killed somewhere for every dollar that you got. They even use money to turn people into zombies. You went to jail all your life. The system sucked off of you. Then they let you out and say, okay, we letting them out after 40 years. We're going to give them $1 million. Now you come out satisfied with your own self-interest. Now I got $1 million. I'm good. They just turned you into a zombie. You think you got restitution or compensation, and you just got converted into a zombie. Whenever you take something from this white man that has you more focused on your own self and justice for yourself as an individual, individualism or individualization, you now accept to being a zombie. Last 10 minutes of the show. The solution, get with the non-zombies. Fortify your reality. Stop trying to escape what you're up against. Stop trying to justify. Stop trying to save. Saving your master is not literally saving the white man. The white man cannot be saved. No matter what none of our teachers said, none of that. You can't save the white man, period. Instead of trying to save the paradigm, that means save this reality, this false fantasy that white people are good and, you know, we're all humans. We saying we want human rights. How can you get human rights from a beast? We saying we want equality. Why would you want to be equal to a beast? So the paradigm that's saving him has to go. It's like you got a rabid dog in your house that you want to see as a family dog, but he got rabies, he's drooling all at the mouth, and you making all the type of excuses for him because y'all love that damn dog. He's so cute. Look, he's still... don't do it. He's all right. He just bites every now and then. He did chew on little Ray leg. It's all right. You're making excuses for him. You can't save the dog. He's already rabid. You can't save the white man. He's born out of his goddamn rabid-ass mind. But you overlay your own false little reality. It's okay. They just are making some bad decisions. They don't know who we are. We need to study our history so that we can teach them about our history so they'll know who we are, and then they won't do us like this. Or, you know, you want to clean it up. There's just a few bad white people, or, you know, we need to evolve. A lion ain't going to evolve. The lion want blood today. He wanted blood yesterday, and he gonna want blood tomorrow. The white man will never evolve. The nature of the white man will never evolve. It ain't evolved in all of this goddamn time. What the hell makes you think it's gonna evolve tomorrow? Because you want to keep believing in this system for whatever individual benefits you can get out of it. Because you like to ride nice and the nice clothes and the nice food and nice this. You want to make excuses for a beast while he prey upon your people. You don't want to accept that the white man ain't going to change. That he is a beast, he is a zombie, a mindless and spineless being that is hell-bent on destruction and bloodshed and tyranny and brutality, that these are the ways of the white man. You would hate to see that because he can pretend to be civil. But even his pretend civilization, his culture banditry, is based on being a predator and being a thief, because he stole his idea of civilization from every other culture. He's nothing but a culture bandit, and even his appearance of civilization is nothing but culture banditry. But you want to tell me I'm a racist and there's something wrong with me because I'm pointing the zombies out. You just been turned into a zombie, that's all. You got to give up your fantasy about this white man. It's going to evolve and it's going to be change and we shall overcome. No, we won't. Until we deal with this zombie for who and what he is. No paperwork going to save you. You can kill some of them. But you ain't going to just kill all the bad ones and then go hug up with the good ones. You're going to need separation, separatism. You're going to need to draw definitive lines. You're going to have to stop interfacing with them. They're going to have to be classified as an enemy. Classified as a threat. You don't have time to see if this is a good white man or not. And we're going to have to come in power. We can't let zombies keep making up rules and making up regulations and coming in our community, helping us organize and run our communities and our societies and police us. You can't leave that in the hands of no goddamn zombies. You giving them a free dinner. You giving them a free fucking meal, man. He's going to organize how he's going to eat off the destruction of your people. Damn police selling heroin and selling dope and sleeping with prostitutes, and he's feeding off of you. And all you can do is just sit around and judge your own people and justify the presence of the white man due to the judgment of your own race. He teaches you to condemn your own and let him off the hook. And when you waste some time condemning your own, he's feeding off the condemnation and eating off of it and building up his ego and building up his nation and his empire. And when somebody condemns the white man, you come out and say they are racist and they shouldn't be that way. But when you condemning the Negro yourself, that's nothing to you. Oh, that's nothing. I'm just telling it like it is. I'm telling the truth. You're telling the truth when it comes to condemning the black man, but when it comes to the white man, you ain't got no damn truths. That's because you a damn zombie. Last 4 minutes of the show. If you in the live stream, call in, because you're not going to be able to hit a conference call. If you can, call in on 2 phones. Because the white man is the devil, and he do cut these conference calls off. So make sure you call in on 2 phones. Call in on Skype, your cell phone, your landline, and make sure you psychically connected with us. And many of you need to make sure you're on your goddamn way. Because you got to celebrate. I mean, us black supremacists, to be honest, with our fortification, we celebrate every day that the zombies have not taken our shit down. Every night is a celebration in this zombie apocalyptic world that we in, this white zombie apocalyptic world that we live in today. Every day that you are still alive, that you have not been turned into a zombie, and you have some independence and sovereignty and some free will and freedom, is really it's a situation worth celebrating. If you all knew how much we were under attack as a people, if you really had the heart and courage to look at what the statistics of what they really are without sugarcoating them, you would have to celebrate every moment of your existence. You and your family would have a celebration every night if you knew the statistics that you are surviving in this bestial world, in this white zombie apocalyptic world that's hell-bent on black destruction, that's even hell-bent on the destruction of their own. You would have to celebrate, because it's by a linchpin that you ain't been got. Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown could have been your children, your son. Brother B for having the wrong could be your children. What's protecting you? What's holding this shit up? White goodness? You can get to start connecting and linking with those that are not zombies. Stop wasting your time on zombies and those who want to live in a fantasy about what's going on and what we're dealing with. You better let that shit go, man, and connect with people that see this for what it really is and that's organizing and moving tactically to confront what we are really up against. And sometimes you think, oh, my situation is comfortable and I ain't got to worry about nothing, so why would I be on black supremacy? I'm good. Not realizing that you are just being set up to become the perfect meal. The most perfect meal think they comfortable. That's how they get them. Huh? The fish think that, oh, I got a worm right here. What I'm worried about, I'm about to get this worm. And that's the moment that he got the most comfortable in his bite on that worm. That fishing hook pulls his ass right on up out the water. Any day, predatory lending. Look what happened in Fort Lauderdale last minute of the show. I bet you they thought they was comfortable. I lived in Fort Lauderdale. Beautiful. I bet they thought they was comfortable. Martial law drills. Just when they thought they was at their comfortableness in a vacation town. A beautiful town, Fort Lauderdale in Broward County. Beautiful. Thought they was comfortable. Martial law drill moving right in on their ass. Zombie attack by the government, by the white supremacists. When you think you are your most comfortableness, you are most prey, open to being preyed upon. We got to prepare for this zombie apocalypse. Link up with black supremacists that know what time it is and know what it is. We're fortifying every day. We have a militant approach to these fucking white zombies. Join us in that. Support us. Join the website, www.kingnobleBlackRulership.com. Donate. Show your support. Get online. Quit fooling yourself. Quit believing in these fantasies. I'm opening up the conference call. I will open up the lines.